Let's take a moment to see how easy it is to access the exercise files in Lightroom and then open them into Photoshop. If you're not using Lightroom, then you can skip this video. If you're working with the exercise files, you'll want to download them first. I've downloaded them to the desktop. Now, in the most current versions of Lightroom, you have the option of adding the photos to the cloud by choosing the cloud option, or we can work with the files on our hard drive by choosing local. Here I've navigated to the desktop to the exercise files. And in order to open this DNG file, I'll select it and then choose File and then Edit in Photoshop. Or we can use the keyboard shortcut Command-Shift-E on Mac or Control-Shift-E on Windows. Now, when you're working with RAW files, Lightroom is going to apply any edits made in the edit stack and then opens the file in Photoshop where you can make additional edits like adding text or multiple layers or shapes. You'll want to be sure to keep Lightroom open so that when you're finished editing the image in Photoshop and you save it and you close it, Photoshop can hand back the edited image to Lightroom in order to auto-import it. So to make a quick change to this image, I'll select Image and then Auto Tone. Then I'll choose File and Save, and then File and Close. When we return to Lightroom, we can see the newly created edited TIFF file. Now, when we're working with layered Photoshop files and you choose File and then Edit in Photoshop, then Lightroom will open the file as a layered Photoshop document so that we can continue editing our layers. For now, I'll just close this without saving. One note before we wrap up. If you're working with your own images, you're going to want to take advantage of the features in the Edit panel in Lightroom, such as the light and color panels, in order to make your images look their best before opening them into Photoshop. If you're following along using the exercise files provided in the course, well, then we'll simply open the files into Photoshop and start working.